ladies and gentlemen, to today's point. The reason most people fail is because they do not think. The reason most people fail is because they do not think. They follow followers. I cannot think of a lower ROI move than following followers. I cannot think of a lower ROI play in your life than to follow followers. Whew. Okay. So now that the newbies have left and we got 590 in the chat, let's hit the like button. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hit that like button, and I'm gonna share with you the secret to getting whatever it is you want in life. I'm gonna put an eye drop on. I need an eye drop. Yeah, I eye drop every session. Yes, the fucking ring light bothers me. Whatever. All right, so now I've shown you that the average person is dumb as fuck. No, but that was just an anomaly. No, that's not an anomaly, bro. It's not an anomaly. That's most of the world right there. Personified with people of different genders, different skin colors, different identities. They don't know each other. So, what is the difference between winners and losers? Well, the first one is winners win and losers lose. So write that down. If you're losing in life, it's because you're a loser, right? You're not a winner in life if you're losing. So that's the first one. So you need to identify truly who you are, okay? And if you're losing in life, it's because you're a loser. Let's just get that one right off the bat, okay? It's because you're a loser, okay? So losers lose, winners win. Simple as fuck. You're going to remember that one? All right, good. So that's the first one. So if you're losing in life right now, it's because you're a loser. But if you're a loser, you can become a winner. So Johnny, I'm talking to you now, brother. Sounds to me like you're broke. So right now you're a loser. Now you have to identify why you're a loser, okay? Let's identify why most people lose. In order to win something in life, right? Let's say you want to win a gold medal. Let's say you want to go from $0 to $1 million. Let's say you want a specific job, or you want to, I don't know, have a specific accomplishment, or you want to travel somewhere. What do you need? One simple thing. A goal. Most of you guys are out here walking around like accidents. You have no goals in life. Zero goals. Johnny, what is your goal in life, brother? Do you have a goal? Okay, do you have a goal? Well, most people think, well, I want to get rich. Okay, well, how rich? Well, $10 million would be enough. Well, is it enough? For what? Why do you want $10 million? Well, I think it's going to make me happy. Okay, so you don't want money. What you want is happiness. No, well, I want money. Okay, so are you correlating money and happiness all in one conglomerate? Well, okay, Johnny, well, what is money? Well, I don't know what money is. Okay, perfect. So if you don't know what it is, you don't know how much of it that you want, you don't really truly understand it, how are you supposed to get it?
Hey everyone, quick announcement. Ecom Society is finally live. As you guys know, e-commerce is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. When I got started in 2017 making money through e-commerce, it was a little bit taboo. It was a little bit weird. Nowadays, 2025, Shopify, having your own little store on the internet, making an extra $20,000, $30,000 online is real. I've decided to aggregate all of the best people that I know, whether it's TikTok shops, Google ads, Amazon FBA, Facebook ads, into one location with AI tools, product research tools, winning store methodologies, a good community, and all the necessary resources that you have and need to succeed in e-commerce. The opportunity is real. This Web 2 movement of people making money online is not going away. You have to realize that times are changing and you need to adapt. So all you need to do, click the link below. I'll see you inside.
Oh, well, maybe you're going to teach me about money. I'm like, that's not how it works. What I'm going to teach you about is about goals. Now, in life, you don't need 100 goals. A lot of people are like, they have goals, right? They have goals. But in order to have goals, you need to become an autonomous individual. You cannot conform. And the opposite of courage, because courage is what is required to excel in life. Write that down. Courage is what is required to excel in life. The opposite of courage isn't cowardice. The opposite of courage is conformity. Conforming to the 99%. That is the problem, is you conform what? To the status quo. Most individuals in life, they conform to the status quo. And the status quo is to be poor. The status quo is to be fat. The status quo is to be sad. The status quo is to be depressed. The status quo is to be a feminist. The status quo is to hate men. The status quo is to hate women. The status quo is to be a hoe. The status quo is to be an absolute peasant. Right, but that is the name of the game. The name of the game is you need to have goals in life. Now, it's very simple once you understand this principle. And the reason I know that this works is because I did it myself. A couple years ago, I said, okay, I want to make $1 million. This was, I think, in 2015. I said, I want to make $1 million. My goal wasn't just to make $1 million, but was to figure out, first of all, what money was and what was the easiest way for me to make $1 million. So I had to find and understand money. So before you select a goal, you must understand the ins and outs of every single goal, right? Of what you want to accomplish. So you want a fit body? Okay, perfect. You must study and understand what is required in order to have a fit body. Okay? So people are like, I want to make $1 million, but then you don't stick to your goal. The problem isn't making a goal. The problem is being consistent. Because unless you have consistency over a long period of time, you will not accomplish your goal. Accomplishing your goal takes time, it takes effort, it takes dedication. But it's proven that if you stick to your goal, you can achieve it. Some people, it may take 10 years. Some people, it may take 20. Some people, it may take 50. Some, very few, almost none, cannot achieve it. Now, your goal has to be established based off of your understanding of who you are and what you truly want. Now, if you're 5'1" or a midget and you say, I want to play in the NBA, well, there's a high likelihood you won't play in the NBA because your goal isn't realistic. But to me, and I truly believe this, it is highly realistic that anybody can make $1 million. I truly believe it. I have no doubt in my mind that anybody can make $1 million. To me, it makes no sense why you wouldn't. And the first goal that I realized that in order for me to do what I wanted in life, which was freedom, that's the goal, right? Freedom from the system, freedom from the bullshit, freedom from a master, right? Working a 9-to-5, somebody that feeds you for your time. We're going to talk about time. I'm going to teach you guys how to measure money. Write that down, Anthony. Teach people how to measure money. I'm going to teach you guys how to measure money. It's important to understand that your goal, okay, can't be canceled out by another 100 things that you want. So if you want 6-pack, right? You can't eat donuts. You can't drink soda. You can't not exercise. You can't not do crunches. Why? Because then you won't be able to accomplish your goal because you're selecting a ton of other things that you want to do that go against your goal. So a lot of you guys say, okay, well, I want to make money, but you don't do the things that are required in order to make money. What are those things? Education, community, hustle, reducing distractions, eliminating bad habits. These are all little things. But these little things over a long period of time will compound because consistency compounds. It is a principle of the universe, right? And once you understand this, you understand that every brick that you lay will eventually turn into a big picture. When you zoom out, the question is, do you have the blueprint of what you want to build? If the answer is no, then why the fuck are you building? Why the fuck are you building? Well, the reason you're building, right, is because you want to accomplish a goal, but most people build with no purpose. You would never build a house without a blueprint or without an architect that it's already built the house before you that can show you how it can be built. So you not only need a blueprint, but you need somebody that has been able to accomplish that blueprint before. That's why I'm talking to you, because I've done it. Okay? So you can understand that it's a verifiable source. Because I've done it, I can show you what I've done. I can't show you to do what I haven't done, right? But I can show you to do what I've done because it's a replicatable business model. And it's a business model because it's a mindset model. So in life, you get exactly what you put in. That is a very basic principle of life.